All right, here's our tutorial for the rubber band guy. We're going to go version 2. All right, so when you pull a cylinder out, make it 64 on the sides. We're going to make the back wheels 10 centimeters, which is going to be 100 by 100. Oopsies, what did we type wrong? A Z. 100 by 100 to make the, there we go, back wheels. And then we're going to make it 7 tall. And Control D is going to duplicate. We're going to change this so the frame of the wheel is 97 by 97. Make it a hole. Then we're going to grab both shapes, line it up, center, center. Now when you group them, you have your frame. Now we're going to do another cylinder for where the axle connects. We'll make it 7 as well, but we're going to make this, let's call it 12 by 12. Make sure we change it to 64 side. And this is what's going to go in the center where the axle is going to go. So we're going to go Control D to duplicate as well. And we're going to make this actually 8 by 8. We want it pretty strong because that's where all the tension from the rubber band is going to go on this back axle. We don't want it to snap. All right, so we're going to press F to zoom in. Cool. Let's move this slightly out of the way for now. Grab these two shapes. So just to note, I'm going to press N, add a note, back axle is 8 millimeters thick. Okay, there's a note for us, just for later. We're going to change this into a hole. We're going to grab these. We're going to line them up, doink, doink. And we're going to group them. Now we have our center axle hole that's going to go in there in a minute. The shape is 12, okay, 97. So 12 minus 97 is going to give us 85. So 85 is what's going to be our overall spoke length inside our car. So we're going to actually make these kind of smaller. They don't need to be super big, just enough to kind of give structure to the frame. We're going to make it 3 by 3. And then here's where the length is. So since we're going to add these up to equal 97, we need 85 on each side. This is 12. We're actually going to use these little blocks on the bottom center here. And we're going to space this out by 1 centimeter. Let's move it over here so we don't run into these other shapes. So these are each a millimeter. We're going to go out 10 millimeters, which will be 1 centimeter. Half of 85, we'll say half of 86 is going to be 43. So let's go 40. Let's call it 44. 44 plus 44 is 80. Okay, should be fine. And then we're going to duplicate this, and we're actually going to slide this over, our duplicated shape, to this 10 millimeters. So now they're 10 millimeters apart. Cool. We're going to grab those. We're going to group them. Now you can press Control D to duplicate. We'll turn it 45. Now you can just press Control D 2 more times to get your spokes. We'll group all those. We will center all these shapes. There should be 3 shapes if we get all 3 here. 3 shapes. Now if we hit L and align all of them, it should be centered. And then this overlaps into this middle, but not blocking the axle hole. But it connects pretty good at all those spokes. We check the outer spot. It connects pretty good here as well. So that seems to be perfect. We're going to group all those. Now we have the start of our back wheel. The last part is because we need a lot of traction on the back wheel, we're going to need to do this little outer edge for the rubber band, which I should have done earlier. But this will be fine. We will make it work. Okay. We're going to take this same cylinder. We're going to go actually 101 on a cylinder. And then we're actually going to make this 1 centimeter tall. Or sorry, pardon me, 1 millimeter tall. Now we're just going to press Control Duplicate. We're going to actually take this hole here and we're going to make the hole 100 by 100. Change this into a hole by pressing H. Press L to align. You can select those tools up here as well. I just learned the hotkeys. It speeds up things. And then we're going to go ahead and group those. You can press Control G. Now you have this little tiny edge where the rubber band can kind of sit. We do need to press L on these two shapes to line up. Now you can see you have this little tiny edge on the bottom here. We're going to press Control D, and we're actually going to hold Control and go up to this top edge. It should be 7 tall. So if you are at the bottom, I hold Control and I press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should line it up at the very top edge. You don't want to go 7 because that'll be above the top edge here. When you grab it, it should be 3 shapes. We're going to group those. And now you have this little tiny seam where the rubber band can kind of fit and grip a little nicer to add traction to the back wheels where the torque is going to be produced by the car.